Tanaka is unseeded. I wouldn't put too much store by that, however, because yesterday, if you were with us against Jason Tay, was absolutely superb. That said, Lei was also good against Watanabe. You did that match, Bobby. I mean, Lei obviously was a deserving winner when you see that scoreline. Just break off momentarily because that's the HSBC race to the finals in the men's singles. CHN at the top. Shi obviously is right up there. Antonsen is there. Now the top 8 will go to Hangzhou just before Christmas to play for big money and massive prestige in the World Tour finals. Yeah, just give us a quick rundown on how good Lei was yesterday, Bobby, in his semi.
He's one of my players of the tournament so far, Lei Lan Xi. To come through against young Priyanshu Rajawat in the quarter-final was impressive. I watched that match late on Thursday evening. Rajawat's one of my stars for the future. I thought he'd do or get further in this tournament this week, but Lei Lan Xi really stood his ground. And the way he dispatched Koki Watanabe yesterday was so impressive. Like you said, though, Tanaka is not to be underestimated. He's hot and cold, though. I watched him win the Orléans Masters, I think it was, or was it the Spanish Masters?
That was the Orléans Masters, and he beat his opponent today in the semi-finals of that event.
He's guilty of taking his foot off the gas and looking a bit too complacent, but when he's on, Tanaka, he is incredibly fast, brilliant in defence, and despite his sort of shorter stature, he's got some attacking weapons as well, so this could be a really thrilling final.
Yeah, I was very, very impressed with Tanaka yesterday. They have just met that one time. That was the match we were talking about, Orléans Masters, semi-final. It went to 3 games, close for the most part, but Tanaka came out on top. So if they both play the way that they played yesterday in their respective semi-finals, we could be in for a really exciting match here, I reckon.
Yeah, and I was at the Orléans Masters. I certainly commentated the final, of course. I can't remember the semi-final against Lei Lan Xi. But a repeat of that. I mean, that scoreline came up on the screen a few moments ago. I think it was 15 or 17 in the third. It went well over an hour. You know, we're in for a thriller here. I think conditions will play a huge part.
So 24 years of age, Tanaka. He has been up at 41. That's his highest back in October of last year. Comes from Kumamoto province. Actually, he was a surprise winner of the Japanese National Championships a few years ago, 2021. And then he won the Japan Ranking Circuit tournament this year, interestingly under the guidance of the recently retired Kento Momota. 3 of his matches until yesterday had gone the distance. It's usually the other way round, but he was almost unplayable yesterday, certainly as far as Tay was concerned. And on the other side of the net, Lei Lan Xi, 26 years of age. That high ranking was literally just in March, so he's pretty much as high as he's ever been, there or thereabouts. Actually won a mixed team gold at the World Junior Championships 7 years ago. National champion in 2021 too, and there you see it. A couple of his matches have gone the distance as well, but not yesterday in the semi. And that semi-final where he lost to Tanaka, that was his best performance, or his best tournament so far this year. Ma Fundal of the Philippines is the chair umpire. And from the United States, Thomas Sheck is the service judge. There he is.
Ready to play.
So after a couple of doubles finals, we're now into the cut and thrust of singles of the women's showpiece match to come after this.
think I'm right, Trevor. And Lei Lan Xi hasn't won a title on the World Tour yet, whereas Tanaka's got 3 or 4 under his belt, and that could be a telling factor in this as well. Tanaka's been there and done that. He understands these pressures on finals day.
Yeah, Lei has won 2 international events only, so not World Tour. Most recently, China International Challenge last year.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Lei Lan Xi, China.
Big support
And on my left,
for Lei Lan Xi.
Yushi Tanaka, Japan.
Oh, well, a very neutral crowd.
Yeah, and I think we've got very loyal fans here. I reckon they've been here most days, those that could have taken the time off work, and they'd have probably seen both these men before and know that if they both play at their best, this could be an excellent final. Well, how's that for a statement of intent early from Lei?
One love.
Those last 2 matches that I've watched with Lei Lan Xi, there's been a terrific battle at the net, both from Priyanshu and also Watanabe yesterday, and clearly Lei Lan Xi's come out on top. But players soon learn that you just can't lift neutrally to Lei Lan Xi because he is incredible in attack. He's a taller man. He can hit with angle, straight or cross. And Tanaka's going to have to watch that here. Saying that, the All-Leon Masters final, that was what impressed me most. He might only be, what, 5'7", 5'6" or something, Tanaka?
5'7".
But he's got an incredible smash. He gets off the floor with those strong legs so high and creates the angles too, so...
He's on the board with that excellent winner. Yeah, 5'7", but he's got great spring. And look at that. Really whippy action with the racket as well.
Service over. 4-1.
Another good smash, a good pace to the game as well so far. 4 points, 5 points in now. Inch perfect.
Yeah, it's looking good, isn't he? Lei's made a very solid start here. One of the things I've always been impressed with in his game is that he kind of glides around the court, doesn't he? He doesn't look like he's kind of ever running, but he just gets there so often.
Yeah, you can see how much time he spends in the gym. Huge legs for somebody of his stature, and it enables him just to sort of bounce around.
And also exercising good judgment so far, and he's raced into a 7-1 lead here, only 3 minutes in. Don't think Tanaka is one to panic, however.
Service over.
Always considered him to be a pretty calm individual.
7.
He did that earlier, yeah. It's not often you have to play a shot before you've been served to, but there's an annoying,
still there.
There's an annoying fly or some little bug around.
Tanaka playing against 2 opponents right now. Oh, there's that smash.
3-7.
wasn't just the power, it was the placement. It was right at the body, made it so difficult for Tanaka to do anything with that.
Oh, good net exchange.
Yeah, and a pretty good lift as well from Lei. Get it right to the back line.
Oh. Oh, it's a terrific rally.
Just couldn't get to that. Brilliant pick-up previously from Tanaka, but Lei is giving him all kinds of problems here in the early stages.
How quickly he was up. He couldn't quite make it, but it always impresses me the speed at which these top players can get back off the floor after a dive.
Well, he was literally getting the run around there, was Tanaka. Always the case, isn't it? When you're up against it, against an opponent, you do all the running, or virtually all of it. Shouldn't have missed that, but I think partly it's, you know, the start that Lei has made, and he's just under pressure every point, the Japanese.
That's what we saw yesterday in the semi-final. Koki Watanabe, who for me was the likely favourite in this event this week, even at 2 seed, just ran out of ideas. Didn't have an answer to Lei, both in attack or defence.
Well, a near perfect 6 minutes or so for Lei Lan Xi. He's all over the Japanese. And I don't think that that gentleman has to say too much to him, frankly, apart from more of the same, please.
It's been a change of coaching staff for Lei Lan Xi in recent months. He used to have Tang Xianghu in the corner, who was an Indonesian-born Chinese former player. And it's a really fascinating story. His coach in these early days in his own playing career was unable to participate in international competitions due to political factors.
20 seconds.
But he defeated
20 seconds.
so many of the world's top players loads and loads of times during overseas visits and exchanges. He was actually known as the uncrowned king of badminton. But only until months ago, Tang Xianghu is no longer sat behind Lei Lan Xi. At least I don't think it's him, unless he's had a severe haircut.
Well, this is not just a test of Tanaka's talent, but it's a test of his character as well. Because, for want of a better word, he's been blitzed. And now he's throwing in unforced errors like that, which will just fire up Lei even more, as if he needs any further encouragement.
I've got a feeling there's still a long way to go in this match yet, you know.
Service over. 5-12.
Well, I think for that to be the case, I think Lei's level is going to have to drop a bit.
Oh,
so at the moment, he's just
unplayable.
Service over. 13-5.
Well, he started this final just as he left the semi-final yesterday, Lei Lan Xi. He was simply brilliant.
Oh, what an angle.
14.
And at the moment,
5.
Tanaka has got no idea if that's going down the line or cross court. Absolutely none.
Wow. What pace from Tanaka.
Service over. 6-14.
Well, even someone with
14.
Lei Lan Xi's wonderful hands and skill didn't do anything with that. Literally and almost apologetically crawled over the net.
Good length.
Service over. 15-7.
What a pace as well, this match. Only 9 minutes. 22 points on the board.
Yeah, and that's, for the most part, Lei's brilliance.
Fantastic shot.
Yeah, I mean, and he can go either way, and Tanaka knows that, and he just has no clue. He can't read his opponent at the moment at all. That time it came back on the Tanaka side of the net.
18-7.
Fantastic pickup.
That's a good block.
Fabulous rally. And just for once, the Japanese came out on top.
8-18.
Yeah, one shot made all the difference. That cross block had Lei Lan Xi dragged out of position.
Yeah, late decisions rarely work.
19-8.
Elbow left.
Service over. 9-19.
Has he hit the line again?
Service over.
So 11 game points for the Chinese.
Couldn't tell if this was going to go straight or cross. Absolutely brilliant.
He can't read him at all.
No.
He cannot.
It's unbelievable to think he's only the 5th Chinese men's singles player as well. The performance he's been putting in this event.
Well, it's a production line, isn't it? The amount of talent in China on both the men's and the women's side. 11 game points then. It's a good shot. Needs to save a few of those for the second game.
10-20.
Wow.
On the line.
12,
It's an
20.
exhibition of firepower here from both at times. Mostly Lei Lan Xi, but that was tremendous from Tanaka. Oh, it's come back!
Yeah,
30,
almost
20.
turned his back on that, Tanaka. But fortunately, he was alert enough to realise that he needed to play one more shot. Oh yeah, better play that. He didn't think it was going to come back, did he? That's on the line as well.
14, 20.
That's another great rally. I think that's in.
It's out. Well, it was given out, and he's challenging.
Yushi Tanaka challenges called out.
Absolutely exquisite looking reverse slice from that forehand corner. If this caught the line, that might be one of the shots of the week.
Kyle Tennis.
I think it has.
Yes, indeed it has. Wow.
Correction.
It was 29 about 3 minutes ago. So he saved 6 of the 11 game points. And now there might just be the odd heart murmur for Lei. Looked to be an absolute done deal. Still should be. Yeah, a bit timid at the end there. However, at least he's advertised the fact to Lei that this may not be as one-sided a second game as the one we've just watched was the first.
Thrilling opener. Plenty more of this, please. (21:15) the opening game.
All right, we're already on our third final for today. How is everyone's energy levels? Okay, we still have 2 more finals. So, how is everyone doing? Okay, I hope you guys are ready for the next ones afterwards. But if you were curious, just behind the umpire chair is a screen that shows how fast our players are hitting. And so in reference, 250 kilometers is per hour is around 150 miles per hour. So that's as fast as like some of the fastest trains.
Second game, log all, play. Lei Lan Xi challenges called in.
So an early challenge. I've got to say, from our vantage point, that looked like a good call. However,
I think you need to be reasonably confident in the challenge to use one at the very first point of the game, because it's a big waste otherwise.
Successful.
But
that's a weird one.
One
Yeah.
challenge remaining.
It's actually inside
Service
the line.
over. One love, play.
Nice shot. He's got a lovely hold at the net, Tanaka. And Lei Lan Xi forced to have to wait before he can start to anticipate. Oh. How many times have we seen, well, smashes from both men, but so accurate and powerful. Makes it look effortless.
Thank you. Lei.
That's a lovely shot. And already signs that Tanaka may be a lot more competitive in the second game than he was in the first. That's clever though.
Service over.
Very clever.
2, 3.
Tanaka let Lei back in this rally. Had him on a shoestring. This drift doesn't look as dramatic today as it has done the last couple of days.
Excellent play from Tanaka and a real energy-sapping rally, that.
4, 2.
Yeah, it was a good smash to the body to set up the kill, forcing that loopy defensive reply.
Absolutely wonderful, that.
3, 4. Thank you.
Just looking at the rankings here in the men's singles, and Tanaka's only played 10 tournaments. You compare that to Kenta Nishimoto, his countryman, who's played 25. So if you look at the average amount of points he gets per tournament, he'd actually be ahead of him, inside the top 10, had he played the same amount of tournaments.
Interesting.
Service over. 5.
He's such a busy player, isn't he, Tanaka? As you said earlier, he's so quick around the court. And Lei is much more kind of languid, and that's a waste. That's a careless error, that,
Service
from
over.
Tanaka.
4.
Yeah, he's efficient, Lei Lan Xi. His feet are in the right place, and he's taller, so he doesn't need to look quite as explosive.
Missed it.
Yeah.
No, he got it.
It's a good challenge here, I think, from Tanaka. I agree with you, Trevor. I thought he missed it.
See what Hawkeye says. My first instinct was that it was wide, and that's certainly Tanaka's instinct also. Yeah, comfortably wide.
Correction. Out. Service over. 6, 4. Play.
Looks like a different match now, doesn't it?
7-4.
I wonder whether there's a bit of extra pace coming from the far side. We haven't seen all that many shots long at this end, though, so it's hard to judge. Maybe conditions lengthwise are actually really good out here.
I think also Tanaka has seriously raised his level, and Lei's has dipped. Combination of those two things has produced the lopsided scoreline the other way.
Oh, I don't think Tanaka expected that to come back.
And this is exactly what happens. It was the same with Tanaka in the first game. When you're under so much pressure, you can miss anything. And she kind of tense up a little bit. That was a really poor shot from Lei. Probably the worst shot he's played in the match.
Yeah, I think he was ambitious to expect to be able to kill that. Something of a sort of impatient looking.
So 11-4 it is as they go to the chair. Tanaka looking in great shape to level this match.
What you said was exactly right, Sarah. Yushi's level has gone up, and Lei Lan Xi seems to have dropped for reasons unbeknown to us, and I can't see that the change of ends is having that much impact.
Given this game up, Lei Lan Xi, albeit he's still a long way behind. But we know he's a player capable of rattling off successive points in double quick time.
Well, the variation here from Lei is that he's going for the body in the smash now. He was going for the lines in game one. Incredible. Oh.
It wasn't just that shot, which was brilliant, but the way that Tanaka played the rest of the rally, just frustrating Lei. He was throwing everything at him.
Yeah. Just absorbing any pressure, wasn't he, until he got his chance to find some open space. Tanaka now trying to take the initiative with that speed of movement.
You see a rally of this quality and you think it's between the world number 54 and the world number 34. You know, it makes you realise how good the level is in our sport.
Yeah, both of these players are real threat in any tournament at any level, really, because like I was doing before, doing the maths, it's similar for Lei Lan Xi. You give him as many tournaments as some of his countrymen,
Ready?
And he's pretty much a top 10 player. Phenomenal.
8-12.
It's just like two boxers trading blows.
They are, and that was a serious left hook. So he's got the deficit down to just 3 points now after successive winners.
It again. There's no let up here, is there?
None whatsoever.
Terrific standard of men's singles, this. Well, they've slowed down because quite simply it's taking maximum effort the way they're both playing, and they need to recover.
Starting to feel a bit of lactic acid, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yep.
He's out on his feet there, Tanaka. There's so much running in that rally.
Both down. Lei Lan Xi's got his hands on his knees. Well, look at that, Tanaka. Lackadaisical with the clear and just walked back into the middle of the court. His lungs had just given up.
11-4 it was, 12-6 it was, and now Lei is back within 2. I wonder what Tanaka's thinking. He's probably thinking, even if I win this game, I'm going to have to play a decider, and it's going to absolutely kill me. The amount of running he's doing, the amount of effort that's he's expanding is incredible. However, he's still in front in this game.
He's just lost the last 4 points in a row, though. That's always the hardest thing as a player when you've just played a 48-shot rally at that level in men's singles. It's coming back in. That's drifting back in.
Yeah, and there'll be no challenge. He lifted his head to the heavens there, Tanaka. He knew that the drift took that back onto the line. I mean, we've seen that a few times, the way the shuttle moves left to right on your screen. But when you're in the rally, in the moment, so difficult.
Must be demoralising, those last 2 rallies. To lose that 48-shot rally, and you're sprawled out on the floor, and then your opponent hits the line after his shot was really meant to miss the court. Must be hard.
But he got out of jail there, Tanaka.
Yeah.
Did not expect Lei to miss that. Yeah, that was well in. I don't think that was anything to do with drift. You just misjudged it. So he's got a bit of daylight again on the scoreboard now, Tanaka.
How many drop shots can you remember seeing from Lei Lan Xi in the opening game? everything was a smash.
Yeah.
Most of them were winners. In the last 5 minutes, we've seen more drop shots from him than I think I've seen all week.
Well, I think part of it, well, I think there's two reasons. One is that he's kind of testing Tanaka's stamina, and the second reason is that you smashing everything, it takes it out of you.
Yeah,
so
he's tired.
Saving some energy himself as well. Not going to leave that this time. It's going right back onto the line. That did miss, though.
Service over. 15-12.
Almost looked like he was testing that drift then, Lei. But of course, with a shorter shot, it's got less time, less space to play its part. And again, how many times have we seen big high lifts and clears? Both players walking back to middle.
Service over.
Well, he did brilliantly to win that point, Lei, because it was a real struggle.
Look at that, he's just walking, and so is Tanaka.
You might turn around and say, well, look, they've only been playing for 35 minutes, but it's been 35 minutes of absolute maximum physical endeavour.
I think they're paying the price for that opening game where we were complimenting them on how quickly they were between points. This just goes to show that actually these top players at this level need that breather to let the legs recover. Looks like precautionary taping on the knees of Lei Lan Xi.
Service over. 16-14.
Just a fraction
Service
wide.
over. 14-16.
I mean, it's been such a quick match. We're 36 minutes, and we're, you know, at the business end of the second game here.
It's in.
But he's challenging.
Yushi Tanaka challenges called in.
Very quick to challenge, wasn't he, Tanaka?
The crowd love a challenge. They love a challenge. Bang on the line. Just a point in it now.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 15, 16.
I've just got the feeling, I don't know what it is, but Lei needs to win this game, or win this match in 2. I can't see him winning it in 3.
That's wide, and he's on terms.
I think the history of the fact, the lack of World Tour titles, their last meeting in Orléans in that semi-final, as I recall, it was a similar story. He looked a world beater in the opening game, and he allowed Tanaka back in. And I think he'll regret doing that today if that happens.
Service over. 17-16.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Lei Lan Xi needs to now start adopting a bit of gamesmanship. We see it from the likes of Kodai Narioka, who's walking around the court between points, getting warnings from the umpire all the time, trying to find ways to slow the game down. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if in a few moments we see some sort of medical timeout, just to give him a couple of minutes to get his legs back, because I think Lei Lan Xi's gone. I think he needs to break this down, take as much time between points as possible to finish this match off right here in the second.
Well, I don't think that either player is going to particularly relish the physical challenge of a decider, and that looks very lightly now.
Not that I'm disagreeing with you, Trevor, but I'm just looking back at some of my notes about Tanaka from previous tournaments. He got through to that final in Orléans, and almost every match he played went to 3, and he lost the first so many times. And that's exactly what happened when these two last met. I think he's more ready for that kind of relentless, long match. And I think we'll see Lei Lan Xi fall apart if we go to a third.
It's not, I mean, and it's not that long in terms of minutes, but in terms of the amount of physical effort that they've had to put out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a real marathon, a real punishing 2 games or so, nearly.
Oh, great attack, but the defense is equal to it. Seems to have lost a few mile per hour on that smash, Lei Lan Xi.
But he made it, and he's back in charge.
Well, Tanaka's is still there.
19, 17.
This is what my fear is for Lei Lan Xi. Seemed to be hitting at sort of 80% power with that smash. More comfortable for Tanaka to get it back. This one. Oh no, not yet.
Thank you.
Too late, but Tanaka finding the line with pace.
Use your footwork. Ready.
Yeah, definitely there's more time now between points.
Yeah. Oh no.
It's wild, and it's going to be a decider in a minute, I think.
That was poor.
17.
Tanaka out of position, almost looked like perhaps he slipped. He was slow to get back. Game point. He's missed. It's bounced off the net and gone wide. That would have gone in if it hadn't have been for the net cord.
18, 20.
But it's game. It's 21-18, and we are going the distance here.
Second
This men's
game
singles final.
won by Yushi
Absolutely thrilling.
Tanaka. 21-18. 1 game all.
If we're close at the end of this decider, 17 all or something, it's going to be a treat to watch.
Final game.
didn't surprise me in the slightest that Yushi Tanaka was the first man out on court. He'll restart this match with a deciding game in his men's singles final. Tanaka fired up. Still full of pace. Lei Lan Xi has lost a step here.
Service over. 1-2.
Good smash from Tanaka. Straight down that forehand body line.
Service over. 2-3.
I think it's landed on the back line.
It did. It did. And the frustration was written all over Tanaka's face.
Yeah, big stare at the convention center ceiling, wasn't it? Tanaka's come out fired up in this third.
Well, he's going for everything, Lei, isn't he? Because it's kind of death or glory, really.
Yeah, go for broke. I can understand it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any, or not any, but very few rallies that go on for 20 shots or more. We've seen a lot of them in the match so far, but now there are two very tired men out there, albeit they've only played for 45 minutes or so.
I'd love to add up the actual rally time, because I don't think it would be that different to another match. It's just the time between points is gone. These two playing at such a pace.
He's got the bit between his teeth, hasn't he, Tanaka, for sure. And when you think he was, I know that it was 21-15, but I mean, that actually flattered Tanaka, the first game score. Could easily have been 21-10. Because he saved about 6 game points, I think, the Japanese. But the whole complexion of the match has changed.
Yeah.
Just another wonderful winner. There have been so many.
He was blowing Tanaka away in the first. I don't think he has that ability anymore. He just lacks the physicality after this long a match at this intensity to get there early enough and to hit the shuttle hard enough to put the pressure on Tanaka.
Yeah, and the kind of sort of dive was almost instinct. He was never ever going to get that. Nowhere near it. Brings the house down in Fort Worth. And that is about as soul-destroying as it gets from Lei's point of view. He thought he'd done enough.
Yeah.
Turns around and sees the shuttle landing well inside the back line. And then he looks at the scoreboard and he's 8-4 down in the decider. Make that
9-4.
Well, how different these two men on the same side of the court they started the match on. And it's Tanaka, who's looking like he's dictating everything. That's a good shot.
Well, to use or to continue with the boxing analogy that you came up with earlier, at the moment, Tanaka has Lei on the ropes, and he's just keeping him there. And he's landing punch after punch, and then he's getting the added bonus of those kind of errors. Went for the disguise and didn't make it.
The last 3 shots Lei Lan Xi played there, in the first game, all of them would have been big smashes at one or either line.
Yeah.
He's refusing that now because he just looks exhausted.
Wide, is it? No, he played it.
I think the drift was keeping it in.
Yeah. Well, it's a big, big lead, and to Lei, it must look like a chasm. 11-4 at the mid-game interval, and Tanaka has completely turned this match around.
Yeah, we said it in the second, didn't we, how Lei Lan Xi's best chance was to close out the match in 2. And it's just running away from him now.
Are we all having a good time?
9 minutes in the third, 11-4.
All right, if you happen to
score.
stop by the YONEX booth, powered by Nexus, you can find a variety of YONEX goods, including a souvenir t-shirt. So go check out the store when you can.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. 11-4. Play.
Oh, I think it's landed in.
Service over.
It did.
5-11.
All of a sudden, he's found a bit of energy from somewhere, Lei.
7-11.
It's going to take some real grit for Lei Lan Xi to draw level. There's only 4 points, but the way the deciding game has been panning out. And that will help.
8-11.
Woo! 11-4, remember it was, at the mid-game break. 4 points in a row for the Chinese. That's long, though.
Service over. 12-8. Service over.
Lost sight of the shuttle, I think, Tanaka.
Yeah.
9-12.
That's brilliant get from Lei.
missed. Yeah.
10, 12. Keep going. Yushi.
Little bit of belief left in Lei Lan Xi. Let's see if he can use that as a springboard to get some confidence back. Revive those legs. No.
That's a great shot and a great get too, but he couldn't get back.
Brilliant to watch.
13, 10. Thank you.
Yeah, he's found the court.
Service over. 11, 13.
Shot. That was a statement of intent, just in case Lei was thinking, I can get right back into this. Well, he's still right in it, but
11.
that was the best shot we've seen from Tanaka for a while.
Yeah, he got off the floor so early. He read that. Anticipated where that lift was going.
Well, that's a candidate for back end of the tournament, I think.
Service over.
Where did that come from?
12, 14.
Marvelous, the technique.
Service over.
Too good, the shot quality on that drop.
15, 12.
One of the most efficient winning points we've seen. Expending as little energy as possible. Oh, he's hit the net, surely.
16,
I think the shuttle hit the net.
Yeah, no complaints from Lei, and the umpire quick to award the point. Momentum back with Tanaka. What a save.
Well, it's just
Service
wonderful
over.
moment after wonderful moment, this match. Absolutely fantastic entertainment.
16.
I mean, how they've got the energy to keep producing points like this, I have no idea.
So if you're using a digital camera, please make sure your autofocus light is
Thank
turned
you.
off.
Well, it's a big point coming up. Oof.
Service over.
The scoreboard is really against Lei Lan Xi now.
13.
Well, it was ambitious.
13.
So just a couple of points away now, Tanaka.
13. Service over. 14-19.
Paid the price for a bit of complacency, I think, Tanaka, on that point. Another terrific winner from Lei Lan Xi.
And here are championship points for Yushi Tanaka.
20, match point 14.
That was the chance, or a chance. Couldn't take it.
15-20.
If Lei finds a way back into this match from here, that 1 point will be remembered forever.
He's done it. He's there. What a fantastic comeback. What a superb men's singles final. And Yushi Tanaka wins his second Super 300 in the space of, what, 3 months or so. And having been outplayed in the first game, that was some comeback. And you can hear what the crowd think about it.
I've been so impressed with the standard men's singles this week, and that final really puts the cherry on the top, because it was just like an exhibition match. Absolutely brilliant attacking from both of these players.
Well, it was exactly an hour of magical badminton, that. The physical demands, the skill, the resolution, particularly of Tanaka. There is the final scoreline. 15-21, 21-18, 21-15. Exactly an hour on court. Wow. Couldn't even watch, could he? He knew that shuttle was landing in.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the arena screen as we begin the prize presentation ceremony for the men's singles final of the 2024 YONEX US Open. Please welcome the medalists.
So here they come, ready for this presentation.
Our runner-up for the 2024 YONEX US Open from China, Lei Lan Xi.
so good in the first game, but
And let's
in the
give a
end,
round of applause for our men.
just kind of ran out of steam a little bit in that second game and allowed
Yushi Tanaka.
Tanaka to take the initiative, and he was absolutely brilliant, the Japanese, in that second game and in the third.
We would like to invite Alyssa Yonayama, CEO of YONEX, who will be presenting the awards to our medalists. Alyssa Yonayama will now be presenting the medals to our players.
So along with the medals, there will shortly be a check for the winner for $15,750 US, and the runner-up will pick up just under 8,000. And of course the cowboy hat. Mustn't
The
forget
last
that.
item she will present are the checks to the players.
Money's about to come out.
Thank you so much, Alyssa Yonayama. Please stay by the podium for a group photo.
So we'll take a few photos.
Thank you, presenter. Players, please stay for a group photo.
Both contributed so much to what was a really memorable final.
Thank you, runner-up. Champion, please stay for an individual photo. Let's give another round of applause to our men's singles champion of the 2024 YONEX US Open. All right, thank you so much. Everyone, please get seated for our next finals, which will start momentarily.
So we're going to take a short break. After that, the women's singles final, Bei Wenjung of the USA against Natsuki Nidera of Japan. In a moment. Well, a very warm welcome back to Fort Worth. And we have reached the women's singles final. Bei Win-jung, the top seed here, taking on the number 6 seed from Japan, Natsuki Nidaira. Be a fascinating final, this. Obviously, the American should have the home support. She came through yesterday in straight games against Tahina Akichi. As for Nidaira, she knocked out Malvika Bansod, who'd previously beaten